Today is going to be the Hisuian Decidueye raid day in Pokemon Go. So we're going to go over the 100% IVs, the tips, and the strategies to help you guys max out in this event in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Hisuian Decidueye is going down Sunday, February 11th from 2 until 5 p.m. And if some of you guys are football fans out there and you are in the West Coast, either you're skipping this or you're going to go ahead and do it. So let me know if you guys are a little bit upset that this is going to coincide on the Super Bowl day and time, depending on what region you are in, because it obviously is local time. So we're going to break down everything we need to know about the Decidueye in this video to help you guys maximize, because there's some cool bonuses and you can raid this Pokemon for free, which hopefully will in turn get you a free shiny. And at the end of this video, if you guys are here after the date and time, please check the timestamps and we're gonna get right to the place where we talk about if this Pokemon is worth doing anything with it. Is it good for PvP or anything like that? So the Hisuian Decidueye is actually going to be a grass and a fighting type Pokemon. So it is going to have a double weakness. And before we get into that, let's talk about the bonuses. So you get 5 raid passes for free. If you didn't do a raid on Saturday, you go into Sunday, which more than likely, I would rather have you guys raiding for your Drampa, even though it's a cool shiny. It's not super useful, but cool shiny at that, than the Hisuian Decidueye personally. But at the same time, if you're going to save that pass and not do it on Saturday, bring it into Sunday, you can get a grand total of 6 if you have that one held. Not only that, we're going to have the remote raid pass limit increased from 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time all the way until 7 p.m. on Sunday. So you have the ability to do remote raids if you can't get out and do them, so that is a plus. Not only that, we're gonna have increased Decidueye raids and shiny chances. And then obviously we have the $5 add-on as well. Do I think the $5 add-on is worth it? Yes, I do think it's worth it because you're getting 8 passes for $5. The other bonuses are gonna be increased chance to get XL rare candy for 1. For 2, you're getting a 50% increase in XP, which leads to more XP when you're playing, and if you Lucky Egg, it's going to double that. And then finally, double the Stardust every time you catch a Pokemon from a raid. So bonuses are good. What would I suggest you guys do here? Max out on all of your free passes, get the shiny, and then move on with yourself. And the shiny, pretty cool. So now let's get into the how do we analyze this Pokemon? What do we use for counters? What is this moveset? And then is it good in PvP? This Pokemon maxes out at 3,275 with an attack of 213, a defense of 174, and a stamina of 204. And as far as weaknesses go, it's got a decent amount, but the number one weakness we need to focus on is going to be flying, because this Pokemon is going to be 2 times weak to flying, which means it's going to take down this Pokemon the fastest, so everything else is semi-irrelevant. And then as far as the 100% IVs, 1655 will be the 100% IV coming from the raid battles in every condition but 2 conditions, which is going to be sunny weather and cloudy weather, which will boost it all the way to level 25 at 2069. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about this Pokemon. However, if you do want more XL candy, which it will be sharing Rowlet candy from Comday. So if you did play properly on that day, you don't need more XL candy. You might even consider using one of the top counters to take this Pokemon down the fastest, as opposed to getting more XL candy for this specific Pokemon, because it doesn't have its own unique stash of candy, so you should have more than enough. However, if you do want to do any grass and fighting, Mega is going to work for you. So if you do use Lopunny, that'll work. You can use Sceptile, Venusaur, Abomasnow, and for fighting, you can use Blaziken and Medicham. So all of those, whichever one you have at Mega level 3, will get you the most XL candy coming from this Pokemon if that is something you want to do in this specific situation. So that is it. However, now let's move into the counters. The number one counter overall is going to be Dragon Descent on the Mega Rayquaza. This Pokemon is going to be insanely strong against this Pokemon. So it is definitely the number one counter for a reason. And in the Mega form, it's going to absolutely thrash this Pokemon. And then in spot number 2, Air Slash and Dragon Ascent on the regular Rayquaza. Man, this Pokemon is so strong. And then in number 3, the regular Rayquaza is beating out a Shadow Legendary Moltres with Sky Attack, and Sky Attack is an elite TM move there. Then we have Shadow Staraptor with Gust and Fly, followed by Yveltal with Gust and Oblivion Wing. And then we have Shadow Honchkrow with Peck, and if you guys want a little bit more of a budget counter, you can use the Mega Pidgeot. So anything with flying is going to be super effective here, and that is going to be where we're going. Okay, so everything we need to know about the raid day is here. We already have the tips. Honestly, guys, just get to an area, have some fun. Raids will respawn every hour, so you don't have to go crazy far to be able to do it. Great adjustment by Pokemon Go, which then leads us to the best of the best. Is this Pokemon worth anything? Well, it's a grass Pokemon, so it's going to be going up against Mega Pokemon such as Venusaur, Sceptile, Shadow Sceptile. So unfortunately, this Pokemon is not going to be worth anything from a meta PvP standpoint. And then as far as fighters, we're going up against Conkeldurr, Terrakion, Shadow Machamp, and then future Mega Lucario and regular Lucario right now. So unfortunately, this Pokemon will not fare in either the grass or the fighting category, even though it does get the movesets of of Psycho Cut and Magical Leaf as its quick attacks. And then as far as its charge, Aerial Ace, Energy Ball, Trailblaze, and then Aurora Sphere, which is an extremely strong, one of the strongest fighting moves in the game as a meta attacker, but unfortunately the stats will not match it here. So then as far as PvP, in the Great League it's ranked 424, so unfortunately it's not great here. And then in the Ultra League it's going to be ranked 333. And then finally its best placing is in the Master League at 252, so unfortunately this Pokemon does not hit any of those markers. Its only really purpose is going to be as a shiny collected Pokemon. Beyond that, it is not great for PvP. It is definitely not going to compete in some of the top spots, even with one of the top fighting moves in the game. It's just one of those Pokemon that's cute, it looks cool, and that's pretty much about it. So that's everything we need to know about this Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Good luck, guys. Appreciate you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody take their support, subscription, participation to X level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.